You were staring at the divorce papers in disbelief that were lying on the desk in front of you. Your husband wants a divorce just because you can't give him a child. He's ending 4 years of marriage just because now he doesn't want you since you can't give him a child. The reality of the situation felt surreal, like a nightmare you couldn't wake up from. Daniel was standing across from you. His face was still, there were no sign of guilt or shame. This isn't easy for me either, but I need a family, a future, and that can't happen with you. He was trying to justify that whatever he's doing is not his fault, since you can't give him what he wants. He has to choose this way. Your breath caught in your throat. You were feeling a rush of anger and disbelief. So you're just going to throw away everything we had? 4 years, Daniel. 4 years together just because I can't give you a child? Your voice was barely above a whisper because the shock was making it hard for you to speak. Daniel turned towards you. It's not just that we have grown apart. It's better for both of us if we move on. You clenched your fist, the anger building inside you. We have grown apart? You mean you have grown apart? I know about your affair, Daniel. I kept quiet thinking we could work through it, but clearly you had other plans. You said, almost shouting at him because you can't keep the anger inside for long. His eyes widened for a moment. He thought he was doing it very cunningly, but still you found out. But now he has no fear. That has nothing to do with this. I need a wife who can fulfill her role. You laughed bitterly, the sound harsh in the tense silence. Fulfill her role. You mean be a broodmare? You are unbelievable. He sighed. Don't make this harder than it has to be, Ryan. Just sign the papers. You shook your head, disgusted by his coldness. You were never a true lover, Daniel. You promised to stand by me no matter what, and now you are showing your true colors. This isn't about wanting a family, this is about your ego and your need of control. His jaw tightened. Think whatever you want, the fact remains. I need a family and you can't provide that. You got up angrily, almost banged your thigh to the table, but you don't care. You were just speechless by the audacity of his disgusting and mean guy. He's not even worth to be called a man. You are pathetic, Daniel. You think a family will fix your miserable life? You're just running away from your own failures. And don't think for a second that I'm going to make it easy for you. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. He repeated, his voice colder than ever. I'll sign them. After seeing your true face, I don't even want to be in this stupid and meaningless relationship with you. But now, I'll take them with me, and when I'm ready, I'll sign. Daniel frowned, clearly irritated by the delay. Fine, he said, his tone sharp, but don't drag this out. We both need to move on. You nodded, clutching the papers tightly in your hands. Don't worry, Daniel, this will be over soon enough. And you left his house without a second thought. Daniel sat on the couch, massaging his forehead. You are nothing in front of me, Ryan. A woman who can't provide a family is not worth being called a woman. You came out of his house while your tears were falling and you were trembling, but not in fear. This is because of your anger. You have been silent knowing he was cheating on you, but now he showed that you can never trust a cheater. You saw the divorce papers in your hands. He already signed them and didn't even feel guilty for a second. Your hands clenched into fists. Your bad time has started, Daniel. I won't let you live in peace, and now you'll see what you have done. I'll make you pay for every pain that you have caused me. Suddenly you remember someone. Someone with whom you don't really have good relation and memories with, but he's the only one who can help you in destroying Daniel, to the core that even his generations would remember his misery. You took out your phone from your purse and went through your contacts. You have his number, but you never contacted him from the past 4 years. He was your enemy. You guys never live in peace if sitting on one place, and today you need his help. Your fingers stop over his name. Without thinking anymore, you press the dial button. After a few rings, your heart dropped when you heard his voice. You gulped and answered, "It's me, Ryan." There was a pause on the other end, but then he spoke, his voice still the same. "I'm listening." "I need your help to destroy Daniel's company. In return, you can have anything you want." Jungkook frowned in surprise and looked at his phone screen before bringing it back to his ear. He is listening to your voice after 4 years, and your confession shook him. "You want my help to destroy your husband's company? Why would you want to do that?" He waited for your reply impatiently. He knew something was off. Daniel was the guy you fell in love with and got married to. He always hated Daniel for taking you away from him, because he's ending our marriage over something I can't control. You explained, but your voice was heavy with emotions. "I know it's complicated, but I need this, Jungkook. Will you help me?" Jungkook let out a low whistle, trying to process the bombshell you just dropped. "You know we have never exactly been on good terms, Ryan. Why come to me?" "Because I know you are the only one who can do it. I know your capabilities, and I know you hate Daniel as much as I do right now." He chuckled, a hint of bitterness in his voice. "Hate is a strong word, but you're right. I've never liked the guy. Still, what's in it for me? Anything you want, just name it." "This is a lot to take in. I think we need to discuss this in person. Can you come to my office tomorrow at 10 a.m.? You hesitated, then nodded. "Alright, I'll be there." "Okay, see you then." As he hung up, he couldn't shake the feeling of excitement mixed with apprehension. You, the woman he had secretly loved for years, were now turning to him for help. This could be his chance to finally show you how much he truly cared, even if it meant helping you, destroying the man who had taken you away from him. "At last you came to me. This time I won't let you go, not for anyone," he said, gulping down his drink. He walked into Jungkook's office the next morning, feeling a rush of emotions. It had been 4 years since you last saw him, and memories from your high school days flooded your mind. The building where his company was located was sleek and modern, a far cry from the school corridors where you used to clash. As you entered the lobby, you couldn't help but feel a mix of anxiety and determination. The receptionist greeted you with a warm smile and directed you to take the elevator to the top floor where Jungkook's office was. "Mr. John is expecting you. Please take the elevator to the top floor." "Thank you." You thanked her and stepped inside the elevator. The ride felt like an eternity until you finally reached the destination. The door opened and you found yourself standing near a door. You knocked and came inside. He was standing near the window, his back facing you. You have only seen him in magazine covers and newspaper, as he is a tycoon in business world. You have never thought that the guy who used to irritate you will become such a powerful businessman. Your heart was beating fast. He turned towards you and you could feel your heart dropping. He's still the same. It's just his personality has changed a little bit. He looks calm, unlike school days. "It's been a long time. You have turned into a beautiful woman." You nodded, feeling a lump in your throat. "Yes, it's been long." He gestured for you to take a seat while he sat opposite to you. So, you want to destroy Daniel's company? He began leaning forward slightly. Why don't you start from the beginning? I need to understand everything. His heart clenched seeing your condition. You were always a strong girl, but that attitude and charm seems to lost somewhere. You took a deep breath and began to explain. Daniel and I, we have been married for 4 years. Everything seemed fine until recently I found out he's been having an affair, but I stayed silent, hoping we could work through it. But now he's asking for a divorce because I can't give him a child. He's ending our marriage over something I can't control. Jungkook was listening to you intently. He realized that his feelings are still the same for you. In fact, he fell more deeply even when you were not together. He leaned back. You chose that man. I always knew that he's a trash, but why did you come to me? We have never exactly been friends. You looked down and nodded. I know, but you are the only one who can do this. I can't go to anyone, nor can I do this alone. You are on top in business, and you have always been a step ahead of everyone else. I know you can help me bring him down. He chuckled, because you know I can never say no to you, but still, what's in it for me? He said, raising his brows. Anything you want, just name it. His eyes softened. He knew exactly what he wants. He tried to get you with every way but lost you against Daniel. But now he has a chance to win you from him and he'll never let it go. Alright, I'll let you know what I want, but first, let's do your work. I need to know everything about his business, his weaknesses, his allies. We'll need a solid plan. You nodded, relief washing over you. I have all the information you need. I have been preparing for this. Good, he says, standing up. We'll start today, but fine. Remember, this isn't just business for me. This is personal. I'm doing this because I believe in you. He stood up as well, meeting his gaze. Thank you, Jungkook. I won't forget this. Over the weeks, you and Jungkook worked together tirelessly to bring Daniel to his knees. You were on the mission to cripple his empire that he built in. It wasn't that hard for Jungkook and he gave his best because it was for you. You never thought that the guy you didn't like to see is now helping you win your battle against your husband. Daniel thought it would be very easy to get rid of you. He insulted you and called you worthless, so you took an oath to show him his worth. Jungkook played very cleverly. It didn't take him much time to come up with a good idea. He found out that Daniel has been involved in some illegal business as well, so he made a move that brought Daniel down in no time. He lost his everything in one deal and got bankrupt. He lost everything that he used to brag about. His empire crushed down very badly. Although you felt a little bad to see his condition, but it was satisfying at the same time. It was everywhere in the news. Everyone was talking about this only. He even got arrested but got a bail for a few days, and in that meantime you decided to meet him to let him know that he is the reason for his own destruction. You came in his house for the last time. He was sitting on the couch grabbing his hair because probably he has lost this house as well because of debt. Hearing the clicking of your heels, he lifted up his face only to see you standing in front of him. He got up in anger. What are you doing here? You extended the paper towards him. Just came to give you this. You must not have anything left except this, but don't worry. I have signed these papers and I won't claim any of your assets because you probably have nothing. You said, mocking him. By the way, I heard what happened. It's very sad, but I think you deserve this. You are behind it, right? You chuckled bitterly. Can be, but I think you deserve it. You challenged my worth, right? Now bear the consequences. You complained about me not giving you a child, right? But why do you think it's my fault? Are you perfect? Maybe the damage is in you and not me. Go and get your checkup done. His jaws tensed up. You have got a lot of guts to speak like that. I'm fine. You are just incapable of giving a child. You try to control your anger. Alright, I'll prove you wrong and let's see who is incapable. You left from there. Congratulations, you have won this battle. You look down, this victory doesn't seem like a victory to you. It was just revenge. Jungkook leaned forward, sensing your sadness. In these past few weeks, he tried his best to provide you support even though you'll never ask for. I didn't want to do this, but he hurt me deeply. I loved him with all my heart. I left everything for him only to end up feeling worthless just because I can't give him a child. It's not in my hands. He wanted to hug you at this moment, wanted to give you a shoulder to cry, but he knew he can't. How do you think that the fault is in you? You slowly lift up your face and looked at him. You did right by teaching him a lesson. You did nothing wrong. In fact, I feel proud that you are still the same Ryan who never let anyone make you feel down. Still, you bear a lot. You didn't deserve that. In these 4 years, I don't know when I was truly happy last time, but since I chose this life, I remain silent. Tears fell from your eyes. You didn't know why you were telling your pain to him, but it came out. You shouldn't have to. It wasn't your fault. He finally hugged you, unable to see your condition. You cry on his shoulder but pulled back after a few minutes. Still, I would never be able to do all this without your help. Thank you so much. Even after our not so good past, you helped me. Thank you. You can ask for anything in return. I'm ready to give you up as promised. You. I want you. Your heart pounded in your chest as Jungkook's words hung in the air between you. You searched his eyes for any hint of doubt or hesitation, but all you found was a quiet determination. What are you saying? I'm saying what I always wanted to, but I couldn't. I let you walk away from my life even after knowing how badly I wanted you to stay. But maybe God has given us another chance. Tears filled in your eyes. But, but I'm not perfect. You whispered, your voice barely above a whisper. I can't give you what you want. I can't give you a family. Jungkook's gaze softened, his thumb brushing away the tears that came down your cheeks. Ryan, you are perfect to me. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is you. I mean it. But why me? After everything that happened between us, why would you still want me? He smiled tenderly. Because I've loved you from the moment I met you. And I still do, and nothing will ever change that. I just don't know what to say. The words came out in a whisper as you were unable to speak properly because your voice was choked with emotions. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to take a validation from someone else to know that you are perfect. You are the same girl who never let anyone downgraded her. You are that Kim Wayan. You never thought that your relationship with him would be this much strong. He understands you more than you do to yourself. This is like a dream. I'm not sure if it will end or not, but thank you. Thank you for helping me. He hugged you. I helped because I love you and I will forever. He placed a gentle kiss on top of your head. Two years had passed since you and Jungkook exchanged vows, promising to stand by each other through thick and thin. Right now, you were sitting on the edge of your bed, your eyes filled with tears as you were looking at your pregnancy reports for 20th time. I still can't believe this is real. Jungkook gently put his hand on your back to comfort you. No matter how many times you see this is real, Ryan. You are pregnant and going to be a mother, an amazing mother. You looked at him. I never thought I can become a mother. That's because that guy made you believe that. He hid his own insecurities just to blame you. You looked at the reports again. I'm so happy. I'm really happy. Jungkook kissed your head and rubbed your back before hugging you from the side. And you should always. I will make sure that happiness always stay in your life, our lives, because now we are a family of three. I love you, Jungkook. I don't know why I was so stupid to not understand this before, but I love you. He smiled and pulled you into a hug. Now you did, so that's enough for me, and I love you more than anything. We are together, and that matters the most. He pulled back and cupped your face in his hands. I never gave up on you, and I will never. Thank you for letting me experience this love. With that, he pressed his lips against yours.